What up? What up? What up? What's good? What's good, fam? Man, just wrapping up day 7. Uh, first full week. First full week. I feel good. I feel real good. I don't know how much weight I've lost, but that's not really the main focus or concern. Well, it is a concern, but I don't know how much weight I lost this week, but it doesn't really matter. What matters the most is how I feel. So if the scale says something different from the way I feel, I'm not worried about that. I'm not pressed because I feel better. And I can physically tell there's a difference going on with me, with the energy and everything. This morning, I was listening to Les Brown while I was on the treadmill. And for those of you who don't know, Les Brown is a phenomenal coach. I hate this word, but motivational speaker. And he was sharing a story this morning, but he said something, and this is the phrase for the day that really stuck with me. He said, the enemy is the enemy. Whoa. The enemy is the enemy. And he followed up with an African proverb that said, if there is no enemy within inside, the enemy outside can do you no harm. Powerful, powerful words as far as I'm concerned. That's powerful. If you would agree with that, tap it in the comment section down there with a thumbs up. The enemy, the inner me is the enemy. And that's so true. That's why it resonated with me. There have been times when I didn't, want to get out of bed, or there's been times that I felt like eating, some sweets, and I would get upset at my ex because she would have, chips and honey buns and all kind of sweets all around the house. And after about 4 or 5 pilgrimages into the kitchen, and that last stop, it gets me, and I've always, blamed her for that. I would say if it wasn't in the house, I wouldn't eat it, which is true. I know me. If I don't have it in the house, I'm not gonna get up, leave my house to go to a corner store and buy no sweets. But that wasn't the problem. The problem was me. The issue was me. I chose to eat those things. I didn't have to eat those sweets because they were in the kitchen. No matter how many times I ask her, please remove that from the kitchen table or the counter, put it in a drawer somewhere where you can enjoy it. More times than not, she did not listen to that. So I had to start getting tough on myself and develop the mindset to see it, but don't see it, and keep moving. And also to counter that with fresh fruit laying all around, the kitchen. So that if I saw that honey bun or that cupcake or whatever, I could immediately look at that banana or mango sitting on the counter. And so many of us deal with that. We try to get into, the best shape of our lives, or we try to drop off some old habits. And a lot of times we will look at the outside. Man, this person, that person is the reason I'm going through this. He's the reason why I can't quit drinking alcohol. He always come by with a 6-pack or want to go to the club and we end up drinking. Or, she's the reason why I can't quit smoking, blunts, because she comes by and she wants to give me the latest tea on what somebody said, and we get to smoking, and next thing you know, blah, 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 blah. The enemy is not those people. They are contributors to your flaws, but they're not the reasons why you are in the position that you are in. You are in the position that you are in because of the decisions and the choices that you've made. Just like Les Brown said, the inner me is the enemy. And because the outside person can't tempt you, well, I'll take that back. People on the outside of you can tempt you all day long. But if you build up a resistance to know how to deal with that, navigate around that, whatever that may be, stand away from, triggers or people who trigger you to do things or say things or, partake in, um, activities that may be detrimental to your mental and physical well-being. If you don't know how to navigate those waters, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, you're going to fall short every time until you build up a resistance. I'm still working on building up a resistance to sweets being laying around in my house. It's not a, one-time fix. It's a constant thing. And when you're growing and you're getting, healthy and you're trying to put the right things and right foods in your body and the right messages in your brain, like I do when I'm doing my morning walks, then when you're doing that, in the process of doing that, you're building up your resistance. But it's not an easy fix. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I didn't want to make a long-winded, message this morning. But the phrase for the day for me that I will carry and keep playing in my mind throughout the day is the enemy is the enemy. Not you, not he, not she, but me. My name is G. Lewis. And as always, take care of yourself and fam, always take care of your people. God bless. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed day. All right.